It's so bloody boring. Boring. I'm tired of this style that I'm dressed in. Ancient Love Poetry is a 49-episode fantasy drama that's being aired on the web platform Tencent right now in China. It's led by Xu Kai, Zhou Dongyu, and it's based on an existing IP novel written by the author Xing Ling. The author is also one of the 3 scriptwriters of this drama, the other 2 being Rao Jun and Li Zhenru. Rao Jun is also the scriptwriter of the drama Hua Qiangu, A Journey of the Flower. And once you start watching this drama, you'll realize, yeah, it's kind of clear that it's written by the same person. At this point, I'm making this video. I've watched the first 12 episodes, so this first impression video is based on that. I'll give it a 1 gold mine / 1 land mine rating in the smack middle of my 7-level scale. This is another very typical fantasy, God falls in love, lifetimes type of story. I haven't read the original novel. Personally, I'm not a big fan of this genre, but based on the feedback from people who have read the original novel, 上古, people are not happy because the casting choice is very far from what's written. For that, I do not have authority. I have no idea if that's true or not. But then I understand, because for most of the screen adaptations of novels, there will always be a lot of book fans who are not happy with the casting. And apart from that, there really isn't that much to say because it's such a typical 仙侠玄幻 drama. If you've watched A Journey of the Flower, 花千骨, or 三生三世十里桃花, 10 Miles of Peach Blossom, or Love and Destiny, 陈希媛, or Ashes of Love, 香蜜沉沉, or 琉璃, Love and Redemption last year, you will see all of its certain plot being played in this drama. So let me first talk about the good things that I noticed about this drama, which are only merely 2 points. First being very nice songs. It's like a fated thing is 自古好歌出烂剧 or 自古烂剧出好歌, which is when it's a bad drama, good songs are in it. Or good songs are in bad dramas. For some weird reason, this drama collected 3 of the most prominent male singers in the entirety of Chinese drama theme song singers, including 爱情保安 Liu Yuning, including 毛不易, including Zhou Shen. When I see that, it's like a huge warning sign. It's like, okay, maybe music is the best thing of this drama. And that kind of is true. Second, this drama has very impressive special effects. Not everything, okay? Some of the creature design is just as normal creature design you see in a lot of fantasy dramas in China, but the particular visual effects about people throwing out magic, crazy sword turning into 10,000 copies, and energy field they have, the different colors that flies out of their hands, glittering effects are really well done. I think it's the best I've seen so far. I mean, Ashes of Love is really good too in that department, but this one does not fall short. If you look at the ending credits about how many people they have on the special effects team, it's pretty much like a film scale. And they actually all come from Tencent's game team, because Tencent is a, if you don't know, big game company. So they use a lot of that resource that's already available to them. And because this is an S+ level production within Tencent, so they just chuck all that into this drama. So visual effects wise, very pretty. That's about it. Now it's the dangerous part that may get me murdered. 曹多无口. Well, it's not so 曹多无口. This drama is actually not so 曹多. There's not that many things you can rant about it. The more fitting way to rant about ancient love poetry is it's so bloody boring. Like I said, everything that you see happening in this drama has happened somewhere else. And it happens in the most standard fantasy drama way that you can imagine. And previous dramas have done better writings about those very archetypical and archaic plots. But then we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. First, very first thing in your face that makes it not that enjoyable to watch is it really didn't cast the correct people for the roles. On China's internet, this drama has already been ranted about by a lot of people, but I don't think it's fair to criticize the looks and appearance-wise of the leading actress and the leading actor, Zhou Dongyu and Xu Kai. I think they appear to be okay to me, actually. I don't have the fixated idea of if you have a goddess who is the strongest of all, like in your story setting, who is the highest ranking god, that she has to be tall, slender, like goddess-like. She can be a little girl, you know, like Zhou Dongyu is like. Zhou Dongyu's physique build is pretty much like child. Obviously, because I didn't read the novel, and in the novel it's totally not the case, so a lot of people couldn't deal with that. Appearance-wise, right, I really don't have a problem, but I still think it's the wrong cast. Zhou Dongyu, she is a great actress on big screen in the cinematic world. She is very expressive when she's in close or extreme close-up, and that's a very great talent she has. But television is very different because it's a small screen experience and because of very flat lighting that always happens with xianxia drama in China. It just isn't the best medium for her to show her acting. And for long-time viewers of Chinese cinema or television, you probably know, like, she is known to play more sort of contemporary roles. And she brings across that extremely familiar, real feel of a girl who looks like a person that you can meet in real life who lives next door, and that's her strong suit. Playing a goddess who has the strongest power of them all and who inevitably has to do so much big things is just so off from what she naturally is like. And her acting is so contemporary, it doesn't really fit into the very period drama ancient setting where things just has to be a little bit peculiar. Xu Kai as well, he's a good looking guy, okay, and no argument about that, and he looks great in period dramas, but the best thing for him to play usually is the type of character who is very animated, lots of funny things going on, that kind of bubbly energy, and this drama just writes his character, which also is not really like how the original text has, as another version of Huo Jianhua's character in Hua Qiangu, which is why I said it's written by that same scriptwriter, you can tell. So he has that stone face, he has that aloofness, he's so cold, but whenever the camera is on him, right, you just feel like he's trying to hold and not laugh. And the next second, when the director said cut, he probably broke out laughing. Like, that's how you feel his acting is like on camera. It makes it really hard for me to get into the imaginary world of this drama setting. And then the second thing is a very personal thing, and it's aesthetic thing, is I'm tired of this style that I'm dressed in. Very pale clothing color, close to white. Everybody kind of comes out of the same mode. And this hairstyle that got popular in 10 Miles of Peach Blossoms ever since then has become a standard for xianxia drama for some weird reason. The top half of your hair pulled up like in certain ways, part of that dangling, and then long hair, like the lower half, are just all flying everywhere, making it a pain for on-set hairstylist to comb your hair constantly. Maybe it saves money because it takes less time to do that type of hair, but there was a time, okay, when Chinese goddess or god's hair are just flamboyant and crazy. The hair goes on the head with so many circles and all kinds of twisted fairs and gazillion decorations. It just looks exciting. And colors, like, can I get some colors? Only a couple of days ago, there's a television program that got viral on China's internet, which is done by Henan Television, celebrating Duanwu Festival, and they did this underwater dance of the traditional Fei Tian, which is a type of goddess that is on the mural in Dunhuang. Very well known. It's like an aesthetic symbol for the Tang Dynasty. That's the type of goddess that actually existed in ancient China's people's imagination. Beautiful ribbons and the colors and very daring clothing, you know, very actually exposed, showing the flesh. Since when did the aesthetics of Chinese dramaland got so, quotation mark, whitewashed? Not the white people whitewashed, but white color washed. It's boring and it's eye blinding, okay? When you stare at the white clothes people all the time, you feel like I'm gonna go snowblind. So very personal, aesthetic wise, don't like this drama. Then, yeah, the big thing about the drama is the plot. It's just boring. You would see so many tropey plots that happened in all other dramas, such as cold-hearted, aloof tutor with a lively, cute, bubbly little girl later turned out to be the love of his life. Okay, that's like Hua Qiangu. And then there are 3 lifetime stories also in this drama. How many times have we seen that? Plus, it is the disciple, the student's turn to take the trial of the heaven to get hit by lightning, and if they can survive, they level up, and then the tutor comes to the rescue and takes it for her. That happens in this drama too. Everything is just so predictable that I just watch it and I'm like, okay, cool. Oh, that. Yeah, I see. Moving on. Boring. Plus, if you really want to dig at the logic, it's all written for the sake of what the scriptwriter wants things to happen, so they force it to happen. For example, our female lead is supposedly the strongest god, but ever since she was born, which is already 10,000 years by the time the story starts, she had some problem that causes her to not really progress very fast. And her 3 brothers, they just let her be her happy, carefree girl life, not really working on any of her stuff that she's supposed to do, while actually knowing some imminent big thing is on the doorstep, and if she couldn't take that responsibility, it's gonna be catastrophic for existence. While they know that, they just let her roam free like a chicken. Not until one of them thought we should just get this guy to become her teacher because he is the strongest like fighting god of us all, and he is a very strict teacher. I know this is to put the male lead and the female lead together, but honestly, it does not make logical sense. What were you doing for the other 10,000 years? So this type of thing happens all the time in the drama. It's not like hard logic problems, like the snake is too small and it can escape the cage from Mr. Dragon, but it's pretty also embarrassing for the 2 leads. I just don't get chemistry, and it's me, okay? So if I don't get it, doesn't mean you won't get it, doesn't mean you won't like it, so you may still get it, but me, 0. By the time episode 3, they're hugged, they're kissed, they're like somehow suddenly got together and like each other. I'm like, why? Why? You it's not warranted. You really feel like the scriptwriter is holding your chin and have the sugar in a spoon feed you like that. It's like, eat my sugar, eat my sugar, eat my sugar. At the end of it, it's just one of many fantasy drama that is really, like I've said this back in 2019, it's like the entire genre is really at its tail, and somehow dramas are still being made in this. Maybe the production companies, I don't know, these people just don't care about what the audiences want. I am very tired of it. And I do not hide away from the fact that that definitely plays a big part in my reaction to this drama, which is I just can't get into it, don't care about the characters, don't care about the CP. Nothing grabs my attention about this drama. But then you might be somebody who just love this genre and you want to see a million other versions of this type of story. There's definitely no problem with that. And before I end this video, one final thing about this drama, right? Or the entirety, the genre of 仙侠 in Chinese drama these days is there's one big elephant in the room. Let's say if the god's realm is a higher existence than humans. They live in the place where they do not suffer most of the pains we suffer as humans. And they live long time. And they are supposedly so much stronger and more elevated. Why would they care about all the little human chick fight stuff that we have in our world? Like the endless romantic tortures about lifetimes falling in love with somebody and fall out of love with somebody, become enemies fighting each other, or the gods competing in the power struggles, politics, court stuff. Why wouldn't anyone think that if you have elevated yourself from the existence of mere humans, why would you still care? All the conflicts of the human world. Won't you have some kind of different perspective and therefore have different types of enjoyment? If anyone wants to write a new type of fantasy drama about gods, I really want to see a script of people do not have the same perspective on romantic relationship, on the bureaucracy and politics, and those gods actually have developed other quite fantastical interests. I know, the fantasy dramas, the gods falling in love dramas, although it's talking about gods, it's idol drama in the shell of gods. And this is what the productions think that all the audiences would want to see is, we just want to see a romantic story, but people dressed in prettier clothes and with superpowers and special effects and they can fly and do stuff. But wouldn't it be interesting, right, if somebody say, no, we're gonna really make it make sense in our logic where the gods, because they're gods, they don't care about the same kind of things that humans do. But then they kind of open your imagination and perspective about what are the things that they are worried about. Why wouldn't it be cool to have at least one drama like that? And I want to see that. At least it's a breakthrough. It's a different perspective. It's some kind of thinking going on behind it instead of just keep beating a dead horse. So that will be the end of the first impression video of Ancient Love Poetry from Out New X. Thank you for watching this video. Take care. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching.